I'm confirming that you can steal that off our site. I just text the boss. If not, he'll figure out a way to just send it to you. We'll check it out.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show here on SummitCitySports.com. We're coming to you live from Canterbury, as once again we will have the Cavs here for you this evening. They will host the Huntington North Vikings in about 15 minutes here at Canterbury. My name is Ryan Dellinger. I'll be your host for this matchup. Our officials have come out on the court, and that means we're getting close to start time. It's time to take a look at the coaches. They are presented by Kelly Automotive Group. Craig Teagle, and actually these are two of my favorite coaches in the area. Both of these two coaches, they do a great job of teaching fundamentals to their teams, and that's why they always have good competitive teams. Craig Teagle's in his 7th year here with Huntington North. He's 103-56. In his 30 years of coaching high school basketball, he's got 429 wins, 246 losses. For the Canterbury Cavs, their head coach is Derek Adams. He's in his 2nd year. He's 7-23. For Huntington North, their Sagarin rating comes in at 79.73, good for 64th overall, 44th in Class 4A. Canterbury sits at 63.71, good for 214th overall, 40th in Class 2A. The last outing for Huntington North, a tough loss to Columbia City, 40-34, and Canterbury got their 2nd win of the season. They defeated Lakewood Park in a romp, 73-42. The series between these teams, only one time before have they played, and it was Huntington North winning that game. And that was back on February the 18th of 2020. Huntington North won 76-47. So that's a look at some of the particulars. Huntington North comes into this game 8-5 overall. Canterbury sits 2-8. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the NE8 standings and go over some of the games that are going on this evening and tomorrow. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle. They've got other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, and engine diagnostics. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you. To better serve you, sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your own financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, visit OttenweilerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball player in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or getting your driver's license reinstated, Jaldi Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration provides top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfectant services throughout Northeast Indiana. That's Sioka Cleaning and Restoration. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. To learn more about our services, log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. We continue here on the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show. Time to take a look at the standings over in the NE8. Leading the way is New Haven. They're out to a 6-6 mark on the season, 3-0 in conference play. Leo right behind them at 8-2 overall, 2-1 in conference play. New Haven beat them last Friday night. Norwell sits 10-3 overall, 2-1 in conference play. They've got a big matchup this Saturday against New Haven. Columbia City at 9-3, 2-1 in conference play. Tonight they take on Homestead. Huntington North 8-5, 1-2 in conference play. Belmont sits at 7-5 overall, 1-2 in conference play. East Noble sits at 7-7 overall, 0-2 in conference play. DeKalb sits at 4-5 overall, 0-2 in conference play. Games around the region tonight in the NE8. It is Angola at DeKalb. It's Columbia City at Homestead, Heritage at Belmont, all 7:30 starts. Tomorrow night, some good ones around the area as well. It'll be Carroll at Norwell, a 7:45 start in that matchup, and a big one over at Snyder as the Panthers will host Leo. Both of those teams looking to improve on a good season. So that's a look at what's going on around the area. We'll take another timeout. We come back, we'll take a look at the lineups for each team. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back here to Canterbury. Time to take a look at the Huntington North team. Once again, 8-5 overall, 1-2 in conference play. They're shooting 51% from the field, a good percentage from behind the three-point line, sitting at 38%. Doing a pretty good job at the foul line as well, shooting nearly 70%. They're averaging 52 points per game. Their wins this season over Mississinawa, Manchester, Heritage, a good Concordia game in which we had here on Summit City Sports when Zach Hubbard hit a shot at the buzzer to beat them. They beat Lake Central, Maryville, Northside, and East Noble. They will be back in action this Saturday. They'll be at home. They will take on Belmont. Their leading scorer on the season, Zach Hubbard, an outstanding shooting guard and point guard for this Vikings team, averaging 17 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Their big fella in the middle will be Will Hotchkiss, the 6'5 senior, averaging 11 points, 3 rebounds. On the outside, they have another guard out there that's scoring a little more this season. It's Austin Oswald, averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Also, Cam McCarver will be at the forward position tonight, a 5'11 senior, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And we'll also take a look tonight at Wyatt Dorman and Jacob Doherty. That's also Eric Hostler as well, another name to watch tonight for Craig Teagle's team. For Canterbury, once again, 2-8 on the season. They're an independent school. They are not in a conference. They're shooting 44% from the field, 30% from behind the three-point line, and 63% at the line, averaging 55 points a game. Those lone 2 wins over Manchester and Lakewood. They'll be in a tournament on Saturday. You'll have to check their website for times and dates. Then their next matchup regular season will be Tuesday at Northrop. It is a 7:45 start out there at Northrop. Devin Lewis, their leading scorer, averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds. Their big fella in the middle this season, Xander Dressler, who had a mighty fine game the other night against Northside. He's averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds. His brother will be in the lineup tonight, Ashton Dressler. And the other scorers in the lineup tonight is Will Russell. He's a leaper. He can get up off the court. He had a couple dunks against Northside the other night, averaging 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And the lefty, Adam Nasur, who's averaging 8 points a game, 5 rebounds for the Cavaliers. So this should be a pretty good matchup here tonight at Canterbury. Looking forward to this matchup. And don't forget, boys and girls, Saturday the sectional draws happen in girls basketball. We know we've got a couple of them. I can't remember the third one. It keeps just avoiding me, but we'll have sectionals coming to you live from Huntington North in girls basketball, along with at Snyder. There's a third one in the area, but I'm old and can't remember crap right now. So check out the IHSAA website, and those sectionals will be revealed, and you can watch that on ishatv.org starting, I believe it's either at 4 or 6 on Sunday night. So that does it here for the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show. When we come back, we'll turn it over to the public address announcer. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Good evening and welcome to Canterbury High School for tonight's varsity contest between the Huntington North Vikings and your Canterbury Cavaliers. Please remember that we have entered an athlete development zone. The athletes have trained hard and will do their best throughout the contest. Know that while they invite you here to watch and enjoy, the game really belongs to them. At all times, we need to cheer and support the players in a spirit of sportsmanship and fair play. Let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials do the difficult job they have to do. And finally, watch for examples of athletes who reflect the characteristics of our Cavy Awards and visit canterburyschool.org to submit a nomination. And now please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave? And now the starting lineup for Huntington North. Number 3, Zach Hubart. Number 10, Ashton Hostler. Number 11, Will Hotchkiss. Number 30, Austin Oswald. And number 44, Cam McCarver. The Vikings are coached by Craig Teagle. And now the starting lineup for your Canterbury Cavaliers. Number 0, Devin Lewis. Number 1, Ashton Dressler. Number 2, Will Russell. Number 3, Adam DeSewers. And number 22, Xander Dressler. The Cavs are coached by Derek Adams.
Welcome back here, Canterbury. We've got our starting lineups ready for you right now. We've got Hubbard, Hostler, Hotchkiss, Oswald, and McCarver for the Vikings. For the Cavs, they'll go with Lewis, Dressler, Russell, and Nasur. Our officiating crew tonight, the law firm of Smith, Gigline, and Presser. We're ready to go here, and Presser's our head official. Ready to go. Brian Gigline on the other side of the court, and Big Chuck right in front of us. Hotchkiss and Dressler. And controlled by Hubbard, and he'll give it right back to his point guard right now. That's number 10, Austin Hostler. And it looks like Canterbury going to set up in a 3-2 matchup zone. They'll swing it inside now to Hotchkiss. He'll fire the 14-footer. It's off the front of the iron. No good. Tipped and corralled there by Nasur of Canterbury. Canterbury the other way now. Good bounce pass underneath to Ashton Dressler. Last time we had him, he got into foul trouble. Didn't play a whole lot against North Side. Here's Dressler with it. He'll drive and kick to his brother Xander. Xander does have some range from out there. He hit a 3 a week ago tonight against North Side. That's a turnover on Dressler. Forgot to put the rock down, and he travels. So in the backcourt right now, we've got Hostler and number 30, Oswald. Hostler will handle the point guard duties. They look inside. They find McCarver. Nice backdoor cut there by Hotchkiss, and he gets the first bucket of the game. Will Hotchkiss pays his dues. He's been on the varsity for quite a while. Seems like he's been there forever for Huntington North and had to sit for a while. Now a senior and playing great minutes for Coach Teagle. Outside now to Nasur. Nasur jumps through the double team, throws it up, and it goes out of bounds. Nasur long, he's going to be one of the more athletic, aggressive players in this game. you'll get a chance to see it at times in the game. So here comes Hostler the other way now for Huntington North. Right side to Oswalt. Outside now to Hubbard. He's got good range out there. Here's Oswalt. The lefty will fire the three, and it's good. Austin Oswalt with the big three. Oswalt going to be an outstanding pitcher for Huntington North this year. He was one of the top ones last year in the area, and this senior year, I'm sure he's going to have an outstanding season there in Huntington. Nasur with it now. About traveled now. He'll go. He looks for Russell, and it gets tipped out of bounds by, I believe that was Oswalt. Eric Adams wants him to get set into a special offense here. There's over now to Devin Lewis, back to Nasur. Looks inside, now goes to Dressler. Dressler drives, gets double teamed, kicks it over now to Lewis. He'll fire the three. It's no good. Good block out, but a rebound there by Xander Dressler. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Big Chuck, our official, will head over here, and he'll say that foul was on Ashton Hostler. Dressler at the line, just a 50% foul shooter for the Cavs. Fires the first one, and it's a bit short. Second one on the way. This time it hits the front of the iron and rolls in for Dressler. And the Cavs on the board, and they're going to pick up full court. 1-2-2 press. Oswald into the front court. Now he'll drive, gets cut off and picked off. Here comes Russell the other way. Russell will drive, gets the ball now to Lewis. Russell hurt late in the game last week against Northside. Went knee to knee and sat the rest of the game out. Kind of hurt this Canterbury team down the stretch as Nasur misses the floater. Hubbard with the rebound, and he'll bring it up into the front court for the Vikes. He'll drive, gets around the defense, throws up the ball, no good. Good rebound by McCarver, and he puts it back up and in. Cam McCarver with his first bucket. We've got a quick timeout on the court. It's a 30-second one. We'll use one as well. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Well, an animated timeout there by Cav coach Eric Adams. Not real happy with his effort of his teams, and he let them know it during that timeout, and we'll see if the attitude has changed here for the Cavs. Sometimes a team needs a talking like that. Here goes Dressler into the lane, gets cut off. Gives it up now to Nasur, back outside to Dressler. Inside to his brother Xander. Xander's got position, goes up strong, hits in front of the iron, and it hits and goes off, and there's Hubbard with the rebound. Here comes Hostler the other way into the front court, kicks it to Hotchkiss. They'll swing it now to Hubbard. He'll ball fake. Gets in the lane, now gets triple teamed. Ball gets tipped and goes outside to Hostler. Hostler will back it out now between the circles. 5 minutes to go here in a quick first quarter. And here is Oswalt with it. A big three already in this game. Down low to Hotchkiss. Nope, that's McCarver, sorry. Outside now to Hostler. He's open for three. He'll launch the three. And Hostler with his first bucket of the game. And a 9-point lead now for the Vikings. Nasur with the ball. Russell with it. He's guarded there by Hostler. Over now to Ashton Dressler. Back up top to Devin Lewis. Lewis drives, gets cut off, gives it to Nasur. He'll look inside, finds Xander Dressler. Couldn't do much with it. A long three on the way is no good. And right there's the athleticism of Nasur. He tipped the ball over to his teammate, and now a loose ball is on the court. And I think that McCarver was standing out of bounds. He was. And that'll bring on Eli Paslich. Played a lot last week against Northside, and we'll see who he checks in for. He's going to replace Xander Dressler. Lewis now to Nasur in the corner. He wants to back down, now kicks it to Lewis. Thought about the three and drives on McCarver. Good pickup there by Oswalt. They'll swing it now to Ashton Dressler. He'll drive, gets cut off, gives it now to Lewis. He'll think about another three. This time looks inside, finds Paslich. Paslich will post up, and he's fouled, I believe, from behind by McCarver. Yep, that's who we'll call it on, Cam McCarver. That'll bring on number 4 here in a minute. That is Eric Hostler, who's going to check in. So Ashton and Eric, unless Ashton comes off, Eric and Ashton will be in the game. Paslich's free throw is up and good. Paslich was a 55% foul shooter, and it'll be one Hostler for the other here in quarter number 1. Paslich to shoot the second, and it's no good. Rebounded by Hubbard. He'll give it right to Oswalt. 3:52 to go here in quarter number 1. Carver will go to the left, gets double teamed, throws it to McCarver. McCarver back to Oswalt, now over to Hostler, and back into the corner to Hubbard. Outside now to Oswalt. Hubbard quiet here in the first quarter. Ooh, he was open underneath. Outside now for the 3. He'll drive. Kicks it outside to Oswalt. He thought about the 3. It gets cut off by Russell, and the loose ball's picked up there by Huntington. Hostler will look, and that ball's kicked by Nasur. No shot clock here in high school basketball. And Hubbard and Nasur are having some words. And now to Oswalt. Oswalt drive to the left, looks inside, finds his teammate there, and that was Hotchkiss trying to find Hostler. Threw it too far, it goes out of bounds. Turnover on the Vikings. Just their, I believe, first one of the game. No, their second. 3:11 to play here in quarter number 1. Russell will bring it up now. Hubbard will await him coming into the front court. Left side now to Paslich. Up top now to Dressler. Dressler drives, looking for the back door to Russell. Almost had it. Lewis now with the ball. Over now to Nasur. Nasur with a crossover. Gets cut off there by a couple different Vikings, so they'll have to reset their offense. Russell can get up off the court. Had a couple dunks last week. Here's Dressler in the lane. Kicks it out to a wide open Lewis. He'll fire the 3. It's no good. He's cold from the field. Here comes Hubbard the other way for the Vikings. He'll get in the lane. Gives it up to, I think that was McCarver. Outside now to Hostler and over to Oswalt. And 3 seconds called on Hotchkiss. Charles Smith, one of our officials, said get out of the lane. They didn't, so he called a 3-second violation. And into the front court comes Lewis, having trouble trying to break this man-to-man defense here in the half court of Huntington. Oh, Lewis tried to pick up a foul, and Hotchkiss completely missed him. Coach Eric Adams not happy with that at all. Oswalt picks up his dribble, now goes to Hostler. He wants to drive on Lewis. Lewis with good defense here. Outside now to Oswalt. Looking down low to McCarver, but tipped out of bounds by Nasur. A couple subs coming on for both teams. Dressler back in for the Cavs, along with number 5, Schlebach. And in for Huntington, they'll go with number 21, Wyatt Dorman, and number 40, Dylan Trout. Oswalt now to Hubbard. He wants to drive, looks inside, now does get it down low to Trout. Trout will go back outside to Hostler, over now to Oswalt. Here comes Hubbard off a pick. Just didn't get close enough for the good curl move there. Here's Hostler going baseline. Fires it outside to Oswalt. He's open for the 3. He'll launch. No good, and rebounded by Schlebach. Ahead now to Lewis. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Schlebach now on the right side. Back up top now to Russell. Russell back to Lewis. Lewis wants to drive, kicks it now to Russell. He'll go baseline, gets a tip from behind, and they'll say that I believe Hubbard smacked it out of bounds and then touched it again, so it'll stay with the Cavs. And Paslich will inbounds. They were able against Northside just basically to throw the ball right to Dressler, and that's what they're going to do again. He'll turn and face up. He'll drive on Trout, kicks now to Russell. Russell wanting to go a little one-on-one here. He's been quiet. Paslich will launch the 3. It's no good. Huntington North with great blockouts there, and they come up with the ball. Hubbard with it now as we're under 50 seconds. Outside now to Oswald. They'll swing it to Hubbard. He wants to drive baseline, gets a step, cut off. Kicks it back to Oswald. He'll look up the clock. Now gives it to Hostler. Back to Hubbard. And I think Coach Teagle wants him to play for the final shot. He will. 30 seconds to go. Up top now to Trout. Now over to Dorman. Dorman to Hostler. And now to Hubbard. 18 seconds to go here. Now to Oswald. Over to Hostler on the left side. Back up top to Hubbard. You know who's going to take the final shot for Huntington North. They ought to be wise just to come get the ball out of his hands. Jump out there. Good job by Paslic. Hubbard tries to get to the rim, goes up strong and hits the shot. Good play there by Zach Hubbard, and that's how the first quarter will end. 12-2 your score. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second quarter. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Welcome back here to Canterbury. 10-point lead now for the Vikings. Once again, Coach Adams very animated during the break. We'll get a free throw here. I'll tell you about my experience with my high school coach, Glenn Parrish at Concordia. Here's Russell with it. Outside now to Schlebach. He wants to drive, gets cut off. Now to Lewis. Lewis gets fouled there by Hubbard. Hubbard will pick up his first, and I believe that's the team's third. So the Vikings with 3 fouls. No fouls on Canterbury here in the first half. Left side now to Schlebach. In the corner to Paslic. He tried a 3 from there earlier. Didn't get it to drop. Quick kick over now to Paslic. Picks up a dribble after one dribble. Now to Lewis. He'll fire the 3, and it's good for Devin Lewis. Devin Lewis, 1 of 3 from downtown. That's a big one. Gets his team in a little bit of rhythm here. Oswald with it. Nobody picks him up. He thought about driving. Now Dressler will jump out on him. Here's Hostler, who's back into the lineup. He'll go to Hubbard. Hubbard hit the shot right before the end of the first quarter. 3 on the way. No good by Oswald. Tipped and rebounded by Schlebach. Schlebach sandwiched between 2 Vikings comes up with a rebound. And there's a charge. Yep, they're going to call that on Paslic. And that will be his first. Team's first. They'll bring on a couple subs now for Huntington. They'll bring on number 5, Jacob Doherty. His older brother, a heck of a basketball player here for Huntington North. Zach was his name. Pretty good ball player himself. And McCarver back into the lineup. Hostler with it now for Huntington. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Right side and now to Doherty. He'll look down low. Now back up top, and they'll swing it over to Hostler. Good look inside to McCarver. He'll step between 2 defenders and hit the layup. McCarver with 4. Right side now to Schlebach. In the corner now to Dressler. They need to get him down low. Good look inside. And a foul. Ooh, man. That was a knee-to-knee right there on Paslic. They're going to call that foul on 10, Hostler. That's Ashton Hostler. He'll pick up his second, and he'll be replaced by his brother, Eric. 6:28 to play here in the first half. Paslic to inbounds. He'll give it now to Dressler. Dressler picks up the dribble, and outside, they'll swing it over now to Lewis on the left side. Lewis drives. He takes a bump, gives it now to Russell. Russell now between the Circles, he'll drive. Gets cut off there by, I believe that was Dorman. 3 on the way is no good. Oswalt with the rebound for the Vikings. Tipped, and Schlabach comes up with a loose ball. Numbers now for the Cavs. Devin Lewis has it taken away from behind by number 21, Dorman. He comes up with a loose ball and gives it to Eric Hostler. Hubbard set to check back in at the next dead ball. Here's Doherty back to Oswalt. Over now to Hostler. He'll drive baseline, gets a step, goes up strong, and hits the shot. 11-point lead now for the Vikings. Russell left side now to Lewis. And he got away with changing his pivot foot. Down low they'll go, and back up top to Schlabach. His three's on the way, and it's good. Man, did the Cavs need that one. Subs coming back on for the Cavs at the next dead ball as well. Hostler now with it. Right side now to Oswald. He'll look inside for McCarver. He'll find McCarver. Back up top to Doherty. Doherty trying to get it to Oswald, and finally does. Now to Hostler, and he traveled. Took 2 steps before he put the rock down him. That'll bring back on Hubbard and Nasur. 5:01 to play here in a very quick first half at Canterbury. Russell with the ball. He'll be the point guard now with Lewis off the court. They'll try to space out this Vikings defense. Here's Nasur with it, and he's going to get, they're going to call a foul. Thought they might call him for a travel. They're going to call that on 21. That is Wyatt Dorman's first, team's 5th. Nasur to inbounds with 4:48 to go here in the first half. Russell around the screen from Schlabach. Hubbard with some more good defense. Hubbard's got to be careful about the reach. Dressler's 3 no good. Good block out there by Paslich. He'll go up strong with the putback. And Paslich now with 3. And the lead down to 6. Little energy now and momentum over to the Cavs. Will Hotchkiss will come back on at the next whistle. And Cavs back into the 3-2 matchup zone. Up top now to Doherty. Doherty over to Hostler, and now to Hubbard in the corner. Good close out there by Dressler. A ball fake him back to Hubbard. He's going to fire the 3 this time. It's a brick. And it comes down to Strum. Oh, nice play there by Wyatt Dorman. Right side to Hubbard. He'll drive, gets a step, goes up strong and gets blocked. Oh, and they're going to call a blocking foul. They're going to call a blocking foul on that? Just go make the call. Man, his feet were set. They're going to call that on Paslich. And that will be his second. That'll send Doherty to the line. Or Hubbard to the line. He hits the first. Hotchkiss once again back into the lineup. Hubbard hits the second. He's got 4 in the game. Nasur into the front court now for the Cavs. He'll drive. Good crossover. Gets a step. Gets his own. Nope, they're going to call him for a travel. Couple subs. I think there's a sub for each team, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's just Ashton Dressler back into the lineup, and he's got to replace Paslich. Paslich got 2 personal fouls. Hostler into the front court. Cavs back to a man-to-man defense. Dorman had it, loses it, gets it back, gives it down low to Hotchkiss. He'll spin baseline, gets cut off, gets picked off there by Nasur. Tough angle there for Hotchkiss to go cross court. Nasur was ready for it. Ashton Dressler with a kick to Schlabach. He'll try another 3, and he hits it. Schlabach, the Vinnie Johnson of this game, off the bench and instant points. The microwave. 18-13 our score. Cavs right back into this one. They'll give it now to McCarver. Outside now to Hostler. He'll drive baseline, gets a step, kicks outside to Hubbard. Hubbard back to Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss now to McCarver. And now to Hubbard with 2:50 to play here in the first half. Good drive by McCarver, and the little floater is up and good. Cam McCarver with 6. Russell now over to Dressler. You barely saw that ball coming. He'll give it to his brother, and they'll swing it now to Nasur. Over to Schlebach. They'll have to close out on him. He's got 2 threes here in the first half. Xander Dressler misses it. Nasur with the offensive board. He'll go up strong, and he misses it. Hotchkiss with the rebound. The ball was 3/4 of the way in and out. Hubbard with it. To McCarver. Now back to Hubbard. Hubbard wants to go baseline. Spins back to the middle. Nice fadeaway, but it gets partially blocked. Oh, and that went off the leg of Nasur and out of bounds. Tough break there for Nasur. That'll bring back on Oswalt. He'll replace Wyatt Dorman. Dorman with some good defense while he was out on the court. Oswalt back in. The lefty will get it in now to Hubbard. Inside to Hotchkiss on a good curl move, and he hits the shot. And the lead right back to 9. In the corner now to Ashton Dressler. Back up top to Schlebach. And now over to Russell. 1:40 to play here in the first half. Up top now to Schlebach. Quick jumper on the way, and it's good. Schlebach with 8, keeping his team in it here in the first half. Hotchkiss will have it on the left side. Down low to McCarver. He'll back down. Nope, that's Oswalt. He'll spin, gets blocked by a couple different Cavs, but the loose ball goes right to Hubbard. To Hostler now. He's going to look inside, finds McCarver, and he is blocked by, nope. It's a good call. The call should be on Ashton Dressler on the reach. Good call by Mr. Gagline, one of our officials here. Saw it perfectly. 1:07 to play here in this half. McCarver, a 55% foul shooter at the line. He'll fire and hit it. McCarver leads all Huntington players now with 7. Another one by McCarver is good as well. 1:06 to play here in the first half. Russell with it. Left side now to Nasur. Outside now to Schlebach. He'll fire again. No good on this one. Hotchkiss with the board. Ahead now to Hubbard. They want to foul him way away from the bucket if you're going to foul him. He misses, but Hotchkiss catches the loose ball, puts it in, and he's got a chance for the and one. They call that foul on number 2, Will Russell, his first, team second, as we take a look at that on the Traction AP replay. Hotchkiss at the line now. He's got 6 in the game. And he misses that. Nasur tips it to himself. Here comes Nasur with 40 seconds to go. He'll spin. And now gives to Russell. Russell drive, kicks to Schlebach. Back up top now to Russell. 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Quick kick to Schlebach. He'll fire another one. It's good. Schlebach with 11. He's in fuego here in the first half. Right side now to Hotchkiss. To Hubbard with 10 seconds. See if they do the same thing as last time, and Chuck Smith, our head official, will start the 5-second count. 6 seconds. Hubbard wants to go now. He'll drive on Russell, gets a step, kicks it outside to McCarver. He'll fire the jumper. It's good if it goes, and that will do it for a good first half here at Canterbury. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will have our post-game show, the ProFed Credit Union post-game show, halftime show here at Canterbury High School. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle.
When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the ProFed Credit Union halftime report here at Canterbury High School. Looking at the unofficial scoring in the first half, first for the Vikings. Zach Hubbard with 4, 2 from Arik Hostler, 3 from Ashton Hostler, 6 from Will Hotchkiss, and a team high 8 from Cam McCarver. For Canterbury, they got 3 from Devin Lewis and 3 from Eli Pasilich off the bench. Xander Dressler with a point and leading all scorers tonight with 11 off the bench for the Cavs. For this Huntington team, they will be back in action on Saturday. They'll be at home. They'll take on Belmont. The start time for that is at 7:30. For Canterbury, they're going to be in a tournament on Saturday. I don't have times and dates, and even the location hasn't been posted to the website yet. So make sure you go to Canterbury High School's website, and they should have that posted shortly. Their next regular season matchup next Tuesday, they will be on the road. They'll be at Northrop at 7:45. Games tomorrow night in the area. It'll be Carroll at Norwell. That should be a good one down there in Ossian. And if you get there early, make sure you stop at Hirely's Donuts and pick up some mighty fine donuts there in Ossian. And then the big one tomorrow night, a game I'll have the pleasure of calling. It'll be Leo off a loss to New Haven last week, taking on Snyder, coming off a huge win over Homestead this past Friday night. So it should be a good game out there at Snyder High School tomorrow. That game is set for a 7:30 start. If you're headed out to the Carroll Norwell game, that is a 7:45 start there in Ossian. So that's a look at the scoring and what games are going on around the area tomorrow night. We'll take our final time out here on the ProFed Credit Union halftime report. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Welcome back here to Canterbury High School. We're underway once again. Hostler with the ball. He'll go now to Oswald. Oswald gets cut off by Nasur, goes down low now to McCarver. McCarver in the lane and outside to Hostler, and now to Oswald. Hubbard with it. Hubbard quiet in the first half, just 4 points. He'll drive baseline. Gives it up now to Hotchkiss. He'll swing it now to Oswald. Oswald will look down low for McCarver. He'll face up on Dressler. And this ball's just thrown away, but Hostler sees it and picks it up. He'll look down low now to Hotchkiss again. He'll spin. Double teamed. Outside now to Hubbard. He'll launch a three, and it's good for Zach Hubbard. The difference in the first half, boys and girls, field goal percentage. For Huntington, they shot 57% from the field, just 28% from the field for Canterbury in the first half. They're going to have to pick that up if they want to stay in this matchup with this Vikings team. Stewart dribbles it off his foot, now regains it, gives it now to Dressler. He'll kick it now to Lewis. He'll fire the three, and it's off the back of the iron, no good. Good block out there by Oswald. It'll go off of Dress. Nope, they'll say it went off of either McCarver or Oswald. The Seward to inbounds. And now to Lewis. Lewis will get a screen there by Dressler. He'll drive on Hotchkiss. Now over to Nasur. He'll go baseline, gets a step. Back outside to Dressler. He'll fire the three, and it's good for Ashton Dressler. I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall in that locker room. Coach Adams very animated during both of their timeouts in the first half. I can only imagine what he said at halftime. Good look down low to Hotchkiss. He'll ball fake, now turns into the lane. Fires up the left-handed floater and hits it. Great play by Will Hotchkiss with the left hand. 10-point lead now for the Vikings. Over now to Nasur. He'll bring it back between the circles and go to Dressler, who just hit a three. Nasur picks up his dribble, looks inside, now gives it to Lewis. Lewis will drive, gets cut off, goes to Russell, and now over to Dressler. Up top now to Xander Dressler. He gets cut off, gives it to Lewis. He'll try another three. It goes in and out. Rebounded by Hotchkiss. Devin Lewis must think there's a lid on the bucket tonight. And that'll bring back on Schlebach at the next dead ball. Outside now to Hubbard on the left wing. He looks inside. And down goes Oswald by some friendly fire. Now he'll give it up to McCarver. He'll drive. And they're going to call a foul on Nasur. Adam Nasur will pick up his first. And some words again between Nasur and a Viking player. And Brian Gegline, one of our officials, has seen enough. He's having a good conversation with both of the young men. Wait a second here. We got to wait. So Schlebach will come in now for Lewis. Oswald to inbounds now. 5:27 left in the third quarter. And Brian Gegline, the official, talks to both head coaches to make sure they understand what was going on there. Good job by the officials. And Hotchkiss gets it, went right by the hands of the defensive player. Tipped up and in by Will Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss into double figures with 10. Nasur now over to Schlebach. He had 3 threes in the first half and a 2-pointer. The only Cav in double figures. Outside now to Nasur. He'll launch a 3, and it's good for Adam Nasur. And the lead down to 9 again. Hostler over to Hubbard. Hubbard looks inside, gives it up now to McCarver. They'll go right back to Hubbard. He's fouled on the play by Russell. Russell will pick up his second, team second here in this half. Hubbard will go to the line. He's a perfect 2 of 2 in the first half. The Vikings shot 80% from the line in that first half. He'll fire up the first one, and it's good. .449 to go here in this third quarter. Hubbard will fire again, and it's good. Lead right back to 11. Russell over now to Nasur. He'll look inside. The ball gets tipped and goes right back to Nasur. I believe he's trying to hit Dressler, cutting through the lane. Russell now with it. Over to Xander Dressler, now to Nasur. He's got his pocket pick there by Oswald. The senior with a good play. He'll give it up now to Hostler. Over now to Hubbard. He'll go right around Dressler, and they'll call a hold on Dressler. Ashton Dressler with his second foul and the third on Canterbury in this half. Oswald to inbounds. Hubbard with it now. He'll look down low. Hotchkiss on another good curl move, and he's too strong there, and he puts it in. 12 now for Will Hotchkiss. Nasur will pick up his dribble and give it to Russell. He'll drive right into Hubbard. Fires it up. No foul called on either player. He doesn't like it, and neither does Hubbard. Oswald will go to the bucket. Gives it up now to McCarver. Over to Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss loses it. It's loose on the floor and still loose. Hubbard comes up with it. Down low to McCarver and outside to Oswald for a 3. And it's good for Austin Oswald. And Eric Adams has seen enough. He'll use a timeout. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, equal.
3:41 to go here in the third quarter. 16-point lead now for Huntington North. And back into the lineup comes Passelich. Russell to bring it up the court. They'll spread out Huntington again. Now they'll go to Schlebach over there on the left side. He picks up his dribble, now fires it to Passelich. Passelich will drive on Hotchkiss, kicks it to Dressler, his three's on the way, and it's good. A drive and a kick, and another three for Ashton Dressler. Pretty much the message during that timeout is we want to get all the 50-50 balls here the rest of the game from Coach Eric Adams. Hubbard with the layup. And now Nasur the other way. He'll spin, gets cut off. Kicks it now to Russell. Russell drives baseline, and they're going to call foul on Oswalt. Oswalt will pick up his first, the team's first in this half. Paslich to inbounds with 2:54 to play here in the third quarter. Dangerous pass, almost picked off, knocked out of bounds, and they'll say off of Ashton Dressler. Hostler will bring it up now for Huntington. Right side now to Oswalt, up top to Hubbard. He thought about it. He'll drive, gets cut off by a couple Cavs. Outside now to Hostler. He's got Hotchkiss now on the baseline, back outside to Oswalt. That ball's tipped by Nasur. Can't come up with a loose ball. Now a tie-up, and it will be Cavs ball. So a chance now for the Cavs to cut into this big lead. Chuck Smith with a little cleanup duty here, one of our officials. Big Chuck, former, I believe, basketball player at Ball State. Schlebach now, back to Dressler. Played a lot of basketball against Big Chuck in summer leagues, and not real fun. Very rough under the bucket is Big Chuck. Outside now to Paslich. He'll fire the three. It's short. And rebounded by Hubbard. He comes up with a loose ball and fouled by Schlebach. Schlebach will pick up his first, team's fourth. And Xander Dressler runs to the score table, and they'll let him in the game. He'll come in for his brother Ashton. .2:13 to go in the third quarter. Hostler with it, down low to Hotchkiss. Good move by Hotchkiss with the left hand. 14 points for the senior. Making a bid to be our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game tonight. Right side now to Dressler. He'll drive into the lane, kicks it to Nasur. He'll set his feet, fire it, no good. And I think we're going to have a hold called on Hostler as he knocked down Dressler. We will. And on Hostler, that will be his third. And now his brother, along with Wyatt Dorman and number 40, Dylan Trout, all come on for the Vikings. Off goes Hostler, McCarver, and Hotchkiss. The Seward inbounds with 1:51 in the third quarter. Over now to Paslich. He'll drive. Kicks it inside to his teammate, who loses it to Trout of Huntington North. Trout the other way, right to Hubbard. He goes up strong, and he's got 13. Sewer now with it for the Cavs. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Schlebach. Nope, down low to Russell. He'll fire the jumper from the baseline, and he hits it. That is his first field goal of the game. And now the Cavs will pick up full court. This is a very tough team to full court press. They are very fundamentally sound in getting the ball up the court, no matter what the defense is. With Hubbard, Oswalt, and both Hostlers on the court. So here's a Hostler with it. Up top, he'll find Wyatt Dorman. Now over to Hubbard with 1 minute to go. He'll drive baseline. Picks up his dribble. Quick pass now to Oswalt. Another three on the way by Oswalt is good. He's got 9. And a 20-point lead now for the Cavs. Or excuse me, for the Vikes. Schlebach in the corner now to Paslich. He has it slapped out of bounds there by Wyatt Dorman. 40 ticks to go here in the third quarter. Sewer with it once again for Canterbury. He'll give it now to Russell. Inside now to Paslich. Kicks outside to Schlebach. His three's on the way. No good. Oh, went over the top of the backboard. Didn't have a good angle from over here, so a good call by Brian Gagling, one of our officials, and that'll bring back on McCarver and Hotchkiss with 27 seconds to go. They'll replace Dorman and Trout. And again, the Cavs will pick up full court. They'll get it in now to Hotchkiss. Even Hotchkiss can help them bring it up. So Oswalt with the ball as we go under 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Well, you know who's going to take the final shot. He's had it every quarter. And this is the guy, Zach Hubbard. 13 points here in the game. 6 seconds. He'll go baseline. Spins. Falls. Gives it to Hostler. Hostler traveled again. 1.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Can Canterbury get off a good shot? You got to get something going to the bucket. Yeah, and Coach Teagle realized that as well. They do. They get it to Russell. He'll fire the three. It's good if it goes. It hits the side of the backboard. And we will head to the fourth quarter here at Canterbury. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Fourth quarter action just about ready to get started here at Canterbury. It'll be a Vikings ball. Oswalt will bring it into the front court now. Or excuse me, that was Hostler. Now to Hubbard. Hubbard will go into the lane, gets cut off. Good look right there to Mr. Hotchkiss again. And Will Hotchkiss now with 16 in the game. Impressed with his game here tonight. Nasur with it now. Over now to Paslich. He'll give it now to Russell. Russell to Schlebach. He'll spin into the lane, gets cut off and picked off. And Oswalt wisely slows it up. Right side now to Hubbard. He wants to drive on Russell. And I think they're going to call a foul on Nasur. Adam Nasur will pick up his second, team's fifth. And they'll say it was on the floor, so no shots coming for the Vikings. Oswalt looks. Good pass to Hostler. Ball faking outside to Hubbard. Schlebach will try and check him. And now over to Hotchkiss on the left wing. He'll go back up top now to McCarver. McCarver looks, goes back to Hostler right at the top of the key. Now gives it to Hubbard. He'll launch the three. It's no good. Tipped and goes off the rim. Comes down to Paslich of Canterbury. Quick outlet now to Russell. Not any numbers here for the Cavs. So have to slow it up. Paslich is open Schlebach for the three. A good block out there by Hostler on Will Russell. And Russell will get called for that foul. .6:51 to go here in this game. Once again, Canterbury will try to pick up full court. Hubbard with it now for the Vikings. Right side now to Hostler with 6:40 to play. Up top now to Hotchkiss. He'll give it now to Hubbard on the left wing. Up to Oswalt. Oswalt will pick up his dribble and a backcourt cut by Hubbard. And a charge called on Zach Hubbard. He knew it right away. He didn't even, he just said, yep, and turned around and ran the other way. ran right over a couple calves, mainly Pasalic, and that'll bring on number 32, Lucas Austin, who had a good game against Northside last week. Hit a couple big threes. In fact, he had one that actually gave his team the lead late in the game. So first time we've seen Lucas Austin here in this game. Russell with it now. Goes left. He'll find Xander Dressler to Pasalic, who's fouled on the curl move, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. McCarver will pick up the foul, I believe his second. It is team's fourth. Actually, Huntington North will be in the bonus the rest of the evening. Pasalic's free throw off the front of the iron, no good. Devin Lewis will come on, and he'll replace Adam Nasur. Just hasn't been Devin Lewis's night tonight. He's had some good looks at the bucket from three-point range. They just haven't fallen. Second one by Pasalic is good. Pasalic with now a 4 in the game. Hubbard with it. And now to Oswalt. Down low to Hotchkiss. He'll turn, and he traveled. Took the extra step, and it cost him. That'll bring on number 40, Dylan Trout again, along with number 10, Ashton Hostler. Lewis into the front court. Will go under 6 minutes to play. Russell with it now. He wants to drive. In the corner now to this man who can shoot threes. He misses that one. That was Austin who missed it. And now Trout's double team. That ball gets tipped. And Lewis comes up with the loose ball. He's fouled on the play by Hubbard. And Hubbard will pick up his third. Hubbard just got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. And a good one of those 50-50 balls that finally Canterbury comes up with. Will Hotchkiss runs back to the score table. He'll come back on for the Vikings. And Lewis misses the first one. Normally a pretty good foul shooter. So Trout will come out as Hotchkiss will come back on for the Vikings. Don't forget the Vikings have a big game coming up Saturday. They'll be at home. They'll take on Belmont at 7:30. The second one by Lewis is up and good. He's got 4 in the game. And now to Hubbard. Over now to Hotchkiss. Good ball fake and back to Hubbard. Over now to Hostler. Ooh, they're going to have trouble getting it. Nope. Oh, they got a timeout on the court by Coach Craig Teagle. It's just a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here at Canterbury. We want to thank our sponsors once again, Big Eyed Fish, Kelly Automotive Group, Tom Steel Tire, ProFed Credit Union, Ottenweiler Contracting, Summit Volleyball, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, iCryo, Jolly Law Firm, Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, and, of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. If you've got a young man or young lady that would like to get a little bit better in basketball or a lot better, get them over to Always 100 Basketball. Go to the Always100Basketball.com website. Sign up for a camp, get some private lessons, or even join one of their AAU teams. Coach Bernard Hollins over there does an outstanding job, and they'd love to see you over there at the Sport One Fieldhouse. 5:29 to play here in this game. It'll be Oswalt, 2 inbounds, and he'll get it in, and now to Hostler. Hostler drives, kicks now to Oswalt. He'll look down to Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss again looks inside, finds McCarver. McCarver will get position and hits the shot. 10 points now for McCarver. And Lewis with it now. Over now to Pasalic. Now to Austin. Austin up top. Dangerous pass and another foul on Hubbard. He'll pick up his 4th. Or is it his 3rd? Let me confirm whichever one it is. It is, nope, that's wrong. They said that was on, the foul was on number 5. It's 4, correct? 4 on Hubbard. He'll come out. That'll bring on the other Hostler into the lineup now for Huntington North. Lewis with it now between the circles. He'll drive right, stops and fires. That's no good. Tip. And Dressler loses his PF flyer out there. And it comes down to Will Russell. And they'll call a foul on Hotchkiss, and that will send Canterbury to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Well, Hotchkiss picks up his first. And Dressler going to have to come over here next to his head coach and tie up his tennis shoe. Russell, a 73% foul shooter here for the Cavs. At the line with 4:40 to play. Don't forget tomorrow night here on Summit City Sports, a big matchup over at Snyder High School. Leo, coming off a disappointing loss to New Haven last week, will take on a Snyder team that took out a really good Homestead team on Friday night, and now they control their destiny in the Summit Athletic Conference. That free throw missed there by Russell, and it is Huntington North with the rock again. Hostler now to Oswald. Now over to Hostler on the other side, and back up top to his brother. Now to Oswald. Down low to McCarver once again. Great position by McCarver. Uses that thick body of his to get it up in the bucket. He's got 12. Here's Lewis with it now for the Cavs. Russell thinks about it. Now goes to Dressler in the corner. He'll go baseline. Gives the ball now to Lewis. Lewis will face up now on Hostler. He'll drive, gets cut off, and now Austin will try another three. That's no good. And we'll have a tie-up. A couple players go flying all over the place. They'll say it is a Cavs ball here with 3:55 to play. Paslich inbounds now to Xander Dressler. Up top now to Lewis. Right side now to Austin. He'll look down low to Russell. Russell will catch the ball in the baseline. Dribbles and throws it back to Austin. He'll try another three. He's 0 for 3. The long rebound comes to Russell. Russell throws it in now to Lewis, who will go up strong off the glass, misses it, gets his own rebound and puts it back in. He's got 6 in the game. Still a big lead here for Huntington. And here's Oswalt with it. And now over to Hotchkiss. He'll put it up and in for his 18th point. And I got a feeling Coach Eric Adams is just going to take a look at this film after the game. And quite frankly, he'll just see some lack of effort at some points in the game by his defense. Devin Lewis a couple times did not hustle back on defense. And unfortunately, that has cost him some buckets here. So body language, everything right now for Eric Adams. When he sees it on the film, he'll definitely address it in practice this week. Here's Russell. And I know Eric Adams, he was a gutsy player in college. And he's a fiery coach, and that's the way he does it. So a turnover there by the Cavs with an even 3 to go here in the game. Especially after coming off a win against Lakewood Park in a blowout and playing a good game last week against Northside. Looking to build on that. His team going a little bit backwards here in this matchup tonight against a well-schooled, veteran-laden Huntington team. McCarver with it now left side to Hostler. And Coach Adams going to clear the bench here in just a minute. McCarver with a 3, and it's good. Cam McCarver with 15. And both teams now going to empty their benches. We go under 3:30 to play, and it wouldn't shock me if one of the coaches uses a timeout. Here's Lewis now outside to Russell. He'll fire the 3. It's no good. Rebounded by McCarver. Quick outlet now to Hostler. Hostler goes strong to the bucket, up off the glass, and he's got 4. Jumper in the lane by Russell is good. Russell now with 4. We go under 2 minutes to play. Bounce pass to Hostler from Hostler. Over now to McCarver. He'll go baseline. Kicks it to Wyatt Norman. His little runner in the lane is good. Lewis with it once again for Canterbury. Next dead ball, we're going to get a line change like in hockey for both teams. And a bad pass here goes into the backcourt. Gets tipped by Huntington, goes right to Hostler. And he is fouled by Paslich. Paslich will pick up his 3rd. Hopefully I get all these names right of the new guys coming on for Huntington and Canterbury. So Hostler at the line shooting. He'll fire it up and hit it. Doherty back in along with Trout. Try to give you, Hostler will stay on. I believe there is another Hubbard in the game, 33. Or is that 23? 23's in. That is Nash. And now the other Hubbart's in. And number 20's on as well. Lawson Doyle. Lewis with it now. Over now to Austin. He'll look down low, and we'll have a foul called on number 23. And now Canterbury will bring on some subs of their own. They've brought on number 11 already, James Lewis. And they'll bring on number 10, Wardlow. Wardlow into the game for the first time tonight. We've got $1:24 to play. And that one goes in and out. Rebounded there by Huntington. Hubbard will bring it up now for the Vikings. He'll go right side there to Doyle. Doyle back up top to Doherty. Over now to Hubbard on the left wing. He'll look down low to Trout, now up top. They'll swing it now over to Doherty. He'll go baseline. Gets cut off, kicks it outside to Doyle. Doyle now to Hubbard, and over to number 23 this time, Nash. Under a minute to play here at Canterbury. We'll see if the Vikings even go for a shot. They'll kick it outside now to Doyle. I think as long as they can control the ball, I don't think Huntington's even going to take a shot. Hubbard with it now to Trout. Little jab step, and now back towards the top and gives it to Hubbard between the circles. Now over to Doherty on the left wing. At the end of the game, we will have our Tom Steel Tire post-game show. Good curl move here by number 23. Nash, he hits the shot. Inside, number 10 with the layup. Wardlow with his first bucket. And we've got 10 seconds to go. Hubbard will go left side now to Doherty with 7 seconds. Up top to number 23, Nash. And now over to Hubbard, and that will do it here at Canterbury. Your final this evening, Huntington North 68, Canterbury 67. Give me just a minute here, and we will have to have our Tom Steel Tire post-game show for you here at Canterbury. Okay, here's a look at the unofficial scoring first for the Canterbury Cavaliers. They got 6 from Devin Lewis, 6 from Ashton Dressler, 4 from Will Russell, 3 from Adam Nasur, team high 11 from Luke Schlabach. They all came in the first half. Eli Paslich with 4 and Xander Dressler with 1. Once again, they'll be in a tournament on Saturday. You'll have to go to their website to find who they're playing in those times. And then their next regular season matchup next Tuesday on the road out at Northrop. That game is slated for a 7:45 start. For Huntington North, they will improve to 9-5 overall on the season. 13 from Zach Hubbard, Erica Hostler with 4, 3 from Ashton Hostler, 2 from Wyatt Dorman, 2 from Zach Nash. Austin Oswald chips in with 9 tonight, all 3-pointers. Cam McCarver with 15 tonight. And your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game tonight is Will Hotchkiss with 18 points for Huntington North. Once again, they'll be at home on Saturday. They will take on Belmont. That game starts at 7:30 there in Huntington. I want to thank the athletic director here at Canterbury, Mr. Hartkenreiter, for hosting us once again, and we look forward to being out here again this season at Canterbury High School. Final look at some of the stats. Second half shooting. Let's see here. Second half field goal percentage, 92% in the second half for Huntington. That was good for 75% overall in the game. Just 57% in the second half for Canterbury and 42%. So that's the difference in the game right here tonight at Canterbury. That does it. Don't forget to join us tomorrow from Snyder High School. Leo invades Panther territory, looking to get back on the right track after a tough loss to New Haven. So once again, it is a 68-37 win tonight for Huntington over Canterbury. For my camera lady, Lindley Kistler, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November in addition to the club training he was doing because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.